Hello, hello, come in, get your guitar set up, make yourself feel comfortable. We're about to go through Temple of the Dogs, Say Hello to Heaven, and this was requested by Mr. Neil Tupman. Now Neil came along to see the Pearl Jam tribute band that I play in, Pearl Jam with 2 M's, in Brighton last year, so thank you for that. So before we crack on, there is some cool modulation effects at the beginning of this tune, and I haven't had a chance to sort those out. So rather than wait, I am going to do that in another video, but I'm doing a load of modulation sounds like, I guess, for lots of grunge tunes, all in one video. So this one will be included in that video as well. Can't say further than that, can you? So let me run through the intro and then we'll break it down. So that's pretty awesome. It's quite a long intro actually. It's a long song. It's like 6.5 minutes long, I think. But that intro section's quite long too. Now, a note on fingerings. Your third finger is always going to be on the 3rd fret on the B string. That is home for the whole of this intro section, and you don't need to move it. You don't play it in every phrase. I think there's one that you don't play it in, but you can leave that there. Your little finger is going to be off and on this 3rd fret on the E string, but your first 2 fingers are going to be playing the root notes. So they are the bass. So with that in mind, let's go through the first few phrases. So that slowly is just all the 3s. So you're going for... I think this whole tune's in 6/8, so it's got that 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, it's got that kind of feel. So I think the first 2 are pretty self-explanatory, okay? Repeated, then repeated, okay? So I'm moving from my 2nd finger to my 1st finger on the D string. Now, the next bit is the first tricky bit, because you've got to remove your little finger and you've got to put your 1st finger on. Now that feels more comfortable when I play it with my little finger, but because to do that is a lot of switching around, I wouldn't recommend it. So if you can, try and play and really arch your finger. I mean, I'm kind of, that's where my thumb is on the back, okay? So I can you see that? So I'm arching my finger around so I can play that cleanly. And that's really straightforward once you get that shape locked in, because all you're going to play is... and then you repeat that exact same picking pattern with your 1st finger off. Then little fingers getting involved again, plus your 2nd finger moves up to the 3rd fret. And again, all the 3s, but rather than... you're playing them down 1 string. Okay, again, same phrase repeated twice. Then for the next phrase, lift off your 2nd finger and remove your little finger, okay? And you do them in that order because you're going to play... so you've got 3 notes before your little finger actually needs to move from that B shape. Okay, so just concentrate on getting the root and then remember to take your little finger off before you play that open E. Okay, and then the last 2 phrases are... now for this chord I generally do take my 3rd finger off to play. But you don't have to. If you can play... and you will find that a bit easier to do. So the it's the F. Again, same phrase repeated twice, but then you do this. And then chords come in, and so does the other guitar. I think you go around this phrase 2.5 times, so it's... This sort of pre-verse phrase is an F chord to a G sharp chord to a G, all major, okay, so... And then you're into the verse. Now the verse is like 9 bars, but there is some repetition in there. Right, let's go through those chords in sort of 2 parts. G, A minor, C, E minor. And the second half of that phrase is G, A minor, C, and then 2 bars of F. Back around the verse again. That whole bit, in fact, you go around again. So what's going on there is generally a lot of arpeggiation. On that, and this is the only time I hear it, the second half of the first verse, it goes to like a G7, so you'll hear that in there, okay? Okay, pretty straightforward, just a lot of chords. Now the second time around of the verse, there's a nice fill worth showing you, which is on the second F, okay, so... So it's just a pull off from the first fret on the B string to the open B, and then second fret on the next string down. And from there you're going to do another pull off, this time to the open G, to the F note, which is the third fret on the D string. Lovely. Put that in by all means. Then you're into this kind of reprise of a bit of the intro. It's subtly different, but again, you want to keep your third finger here for this, okay? It's just 4 bars of arpeggiation, and then it goes into some more chords for the second part, okay? So the arpeggiated bit first goes... You're into these chords, okay, and you're going to be playing G, B flat, A, C, and those are all major, okay, so and then into the chorus, okay, so that through. The chorus section. I think that's pretty straightforward. Hopefully I'm not going through this too quickly, because it is just pretty bog standard chords, and they're like 1 bar long each, so hopefully this is enough. Now the chorus is just G, D, C, C, a bar each, okay? So you can either play G to D down here, or you can stick with root note on the E string. and you play that round, I think, 3 times. Then you're back into another verse. Now that whole section goes round again, so you're going to play the verse again twice, no G7 though, halfway through the first phrase, and then that pre-chorus bit, etc. Then chorus 3 times again. Then you're into the solo. Now the solo is E minor, G, C, C. And that goes round twice. Okay, so. Now on the 3rd time, you're going to basically play E minor, G, C, but then you're going to go back to that, okay, because you're then into another few chords. So let me go through those, all right? So the first section of the solo, E minor, G, C, C, play that round twice, then E minor, G, C, F, G sharp. Let me play it rather than talking about it. You go around the verse one more time, and then you go into another subtle variation, which is G, B flat, B, C. So that goes. And then into the chorus again, all right? So again, just a slight variation. So all the way through a verse, then G, B flat, B, all major, and then C. Then you're going to go, this is kind of the outro bit now, so then you're going to go chorus 4 times, which is. Or. However you want to play that. And then the intro. And then in the outro you hear this pre-chorus arpeggiation part again, which is. And I think the last chord is basically the first chord that you start arpeggiating. That's what it sounds like to me anyway. Anyway, Neil and everyone else, I hope that was useful for you and good fun. And as I say, there will be another video coming where I go through the tones that they use to get that lovely modulation effect. Very Soundgarden-esque. And that's it from me. Cheers! See you later.